Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our program. I'm your host, Wang Xilu. Today, we're going to confront a heavy topic that can't be ignored, bullying in schools. So, in campus should be a place full of laughter and chasing dreams. But for some person, however, the campus has become the nightmare of them. But remember, bullying is not invincible. Today, we're going to lift the evil, or stamp the evil out by school bullying. So explore the causes behind it and find a way to solve the problem. We will have a guest on stage later to share their experience and advice. And in the rest of the time, we will walk within them and to dive into all aspects of bullying in schools and provide practical advice and help. Remember, you're not alone. We are with you. So let's say no to bullying.
出来不知道剪吗？你哑巴不会讲话的。我觉得整天化个妆干嘛呢？看书呢？大人你吃了没？哟，这么巧的，你就好学生小杨呢，你学习挺好的嘛。好学生整天化个妆干嘛？给谁看的？你出去管他有什么你？好学生整天化个妆干嘛呢？晚上出去干嘛？走吧。 有人这么晚还来学习啊？看你书包袋都装什么东西啊？整天都在学什么东西啊？妆化起来！勾引谁啊？你勾引谁呢？ 出来不知道剪吗？你哑巴不会讲话。
你会干嘛？
小海先生，谁啊？关你什么事啊？你在这里谁啊？在这里管闲事啊？
哎，你们干嘛呢？出来。你们这个行为非常严重，非常可耻啊！叫什么啊？哎，等会都跟我去镇压叔叔，严重批评一下，好吧？
Okay, welcome back to the show. Next, we will have a conversation with a special guest who will bring us the most authentic campus voice. Let's give it up for Elijah. Would you like to introduce yourself to everyone first?
Oh, hello everybody. My name is Elijah. I'm currently studying at University Malaya. at year 3. I usually like listening to music, and I have been concerned about the issue of campus bullying, and I'm very happy to share my opinions with you today.
Thank you for sharing. Let's get right down to business. So, what kind of behavior you think is bullying? Like harm, physical harm, isolation, cyber attacks, and etc. So, would you think it's easy to ignore?
Well, in my opinion, campus bullying is not only physical violence, but it also includes verbal attacks, isolation, internet violence, and so on. Many times, some hidden bullying behavior is easier to ignore, such as giving classmates insulting nicknames, making fun of their appearance, family background, and so on. Or deliberately not communicating with a classmate, not letting him or her participate in group activities, spreading rumors, stupid rumors, to isolate him or her. And there are also malicious comments, pictures, or videos posted online to physically attack people. These acts seem to have no physical harm, but the mental damage to the victim is huge, and even mentally leave a long-term trauma.
Okay, you are absolutely right, and that these types of hidden bullying are often easier to ignore and more likely to cause harm to the victim. Do you think the bullying is common in or around your school, and why?
I think bullying is quite common in our school, although the school has taken some measures, such as setting up psychological counseling, classes, and strengthening campus safety management. The issue still exists. I think there are so many reasons for this phenomenon, such as 1. Students lack awareness of bullying in school. Some students may not realize that their behavior is bullying or think it's just a joke. Schools and parents as well do not pay enough attention. Some schools and parents may think that bullying is just a fight between kids, children, that is too normal to draw attention to. And then the influence of social environment. The internet is full of all kinds of violent and bullying contents, and some students may just imitate this behavior.
Okay, welcome back. Next, we would like to take a deeper look at the role of the bystander and the individual coin type. So let's move to the second part of the interview. So first of all, we want to know, have you ever witnessed or heard of bullying around you? Can you share with us some specific example?
Oh yes, I've seen something like that between classes. On one occasion, a classmate in a class was deliberately imitated by several boys in a corridor and was shouted that he was a fat guy just because of his relatively fat body. Some students were laughing around, but no one stood up for him. The classmate who was laughed walked away quickly with his head down and was particularly silent for several days.
Okay.
And he was even afraid of going to the canteen for dinner. This incident impressed me very deeply, although it seemed to be just a joke, but the harm to him was obvious.
Okay, thank you for sharing. This simply joke behavior actually constitutes bullying. So many times it is the silence of bystanders that make bullies even more brazen. So if you think classmates are being bullied, would you usually do? Have you ever wanted to help but didn't? Or what's the reason behind it?
In fact, this is a conflict for me. If a friend is being bullied, I may stand up for them directly or drag them to tell the teacher. But if it's just for another unfamiliar person's students, I may hesitate. fearing that I will also be implicated or even become the next person targeted. Once I saw a girl from a class next door being maliciously commented on social media, although I wanted to confront her privately, but eventually I didn't do that because I was too afraid that others would think I was meddling. I regret it now, but maybe my silence made her more isolated.
Your honesty is very valuable. Many bystanders will have similar struggles and fear of getting burned, but it is this hesitation that particular by the bullying. So we will also talk later about how to help others safety and efficiency. So my question is, if you are experiencing bullying yourself, would you choose to tell a teacher, parents, or try to deal with yourself, and why?
Well, if it's a mild verbal taunt, I might try to deal with it for myself first. For example, by simply telling the person, "Oh, I don't like this. Please stop." But if it was really serious, like being sidelined for a long time or having experienced a cyber attack, I would definitely tell teachers and my parents. I know they're gonna stand up for me. And it's too much to handle on your own. And the experiences and resources of adults, I think they are more effective at solving problems. However, I also understand why some students are afraid to ask for help. For example, for fear of being called taunting, or for fearing that the teacher will not take it seriously. So I think if teachers and parents can pay more attention to students' emotional changes, maybe people will be more willing to talk.
Okay, thank you for your sincere sharing. So your experience and practice shows us both victims and bystanders need to courage and support. Breaking the silence is often the first step of solving a problem. Okay, welcome back. Thanks for sharing. Next, we will like to dive deeper into the root causes, the solution of bullying. So my question is, from your observation, why do some students become bullies? And is the family environment, friends, or other factors?
I think bullies can be formed for a variety of reasons. For example, some students who have suffered from lack of love in a family and even domestic violence in their families may imitate this behavior and transfer the harm to others. The others try to look awesome, however, in front of their friends, bullying others to gain attention or higher positions like who's the boss now. In addition, the network environment also has an impact. For example, some video clips use insulting languages as jokes, which make some students feel that bullying is cool, but they do not realize that is harming.
Wow, your analysis is very comprehensive. So the bully's behavior often hits unmet psychological needs or some wrong guidance or the social environment. So this reminds us that solve the problem by bullying. We should not only push the surface behavior, but also pay attention to the undenied cases. So my question is, if you were making recommendations, what would you want schools or society to do to reduce bullying?
First, well, I think the schools, they can offer courses on anti-bullying topics using real cases to make students understand the consequences of bullying, rather than just talking big. Secondly, it is very important to establish an anonymous reporting platform. Many students dare not report in person for fear of retaliation. In addition, the school's psychological counseling room should be more down to earth. Now, some students feel that going to the psychology teacher will be labeled as problematic. If you can use a more relaxed way, such as regular class discussions, maybe people will be more willing to talk.
Wow, very practical advice. Anonymous reporting and psychological support can indeed break the cycle of silence. We noted that measure you mentioned all enhance security, allowing victims to speak out and bystanders to act. One last question. So what's your ideal campus environment? So what do you think everyone, students, teacher, or even parents can do to make it happen?
My ideal campus is a place where everyone can be themselves without fearing or being left or excluded. For example, students who like to read books will not be called nerds. In order to achieve this, students can start from small things, seeing the bullying without watching and heckling, even if it's just to comfort the victims in private. Teachers as well, they need to be more perceptive, and stop treating bullying as child roughhouse. It's not good. Parents should communicate with their children more, and parents should be focusing on more their kids' emotional changes. Do not just ask about grades, scores, how you're doing well on your study, but also please care about whether they are happy.
Excellent. Just like you said, the campus environment is like a mirror. So each of us, the light and shadow in the mirror, rejections, bullying is not one person's fight, but responsibility for all. Thanks again for Elijah insight. So please watch the video first, and next segment we will have another guest come to share her thoughts.
能不要再叫我大波浪？我说凭什么不能叫你大波浪？我说你本来就是大波浪啊！
小时候比较喜欢和女孩子一起玩，其实会受到其他小伙伴的一种排挤吧。
初中最惨了，当时不光本班的，外班的也就拿我开玩笑，他们给我起外号叫二黑，这段播出去啊随便。
二黑是什么意思？
二黑黑驴。
好像女孩子，我不知道为什么，我不是女生，我不能体会女生的那种心态。女生好像在读书的时候，胸太大也是一件会被人挤兑的事情。
遇到过水桶，全身湿透。我有遇到过这样的。
是在教室里吗？
对，会在教室里。
那怎么可能老师不管吗？
晚自习的时候，完了以后迎接的就是那种哄堂大笑。
我第一次体验到什么叫做残忍的那种全世界与你为敌，就是这个初中的男生，因为他很怎么说，他们家很穷。然后我先开始对他是没有印象的，但是初二的时候，他们那边寝室上门口围了很多人，然后我是属于那种无风都要起三尺浪那种人，然后就马上手刀跑过去，然后说发生什么事儿，然后就看见他，那是我第一次见到，就是眼中有这个人，然后我说他在干嘛，他就推着那个寝室的门，然后边哭边说我要闷死他们，就但是你想象得到怎么可能闷死他们，对不对？因为寝室门而已啊。然后后来我就问旁边人，我说他怎么了？他们说啊，那个谁谁谁和那个谁谁谁，就是把垃圾扔在他的床上，然后嘘在他的那个床上。然后那时候我的第一个反应就是笑，你知道吗？就是哈哈哈，然后也没有觉得怎样，就是好像感觉就是事儿也没发生我身上嘛，跟我没关系。
你说霸凌他有一个是什么样的同学人会遭受霸凌？遭受霸凌之后，他又会变成什么样的人？我以前是什么样的人？就是我说实话，就一个有一些极端脾气有一些不好、爱急的人。现在我成了一个什么样的人？我不跟你急，我忍。但你要把我弄爆发了，我永远都不原谅你，永远拿话呲儿你，永远不给你好脸色看。
我特别的害怕去敲门，就是当我到了一个陌生的环境的时候，我在敲门之前，我都会提前，比如说我和你约的时间是8点钟，我肯定是在7点半之前就会到，然后我会在门口进行徘徊，我会在想，我进去以后的第一句话和你怎么样去说，然后你要怎么回答我，我会不停的去演练，有一段过渡时期，就是这样子度过的，我特别的害怕。因为我上学的时候，我特别怕推开教室的那扇门，而到我现在，我还是有一些阴影的，我仍然不知道门那边是什么，但是我的自信心会告诉我，我可以去应对它。
我从来不是那种以德报怨的人。
但是现在原谅过这些人吗？
我没有原谅他们，我从来没有原谅他们。
而真正的施暴者，他不会记得这些事情，旁观者他也不会记得这些事情，而记得这些事情的是谁？就是被行为者，他可能对他造成的伤害真的是不可原谅的，真的是这样子的。说原谅其实是对自己的，就像我刚才说的，其实是我慢慢的去把这个伤疤去抚平，
就崩溃了，这观众就崩溃了。他觉得好像自己，我不知道怎么形容他的心态。我觉得他可能有一种，是我怎么样逃不了了是吗？就是那种感觉，因为不管他做什么都是错的。然后后来他离子堂没多久，可能也就一俩礼拜吧，就忽然转校了，没有通知任何人，没有跟任何同学说。
我曾经也逃过一段时间的课，然后不敢去告诉家人，然后每天不去上学。我逃了1个星期的课，然后我们的班主任去找我的家长，然后找我父母，我父母呢就在我的另外一套房子当中就把我逮住了，然后一顿暴打，然后我又不敢去跟家长去说我真实的一个经历，我只是说我可能受到了一些欺负等等这些。那我家长问我你要怎么办，我要去解决什么样的问题？我当时想其实只是逃避。
那个心理咨询老师来找过我，
他找你？
对，他的潜意识里认为我是有问题。对，
病是精神。
他会觉得我的那个性格是一个特别大的问题，然后他在一直压抑我的那个性格，就比如说，反正就一直告诉我要忍，什么事儿都要忍，然后还会告诉我说那个，我觉得你的同学欺负人，其实他们是没错的，大家都小，如果你觉得你比他们大几个月，你就要让着他。他还会跟我说，其实我觉得你的心理问题很深，因为，你的一个就是关于家庭教育的方面会存在很多缺失。说你是不是单亲？他会说。
每次他们就会提啊，那个几班的那个男生怎么样，就是他们就会这样指一下脑袋，就习惯性的指一下脑袋说他这儿有问题，就是说他们反而会怪他，说觉得他有问题，然后不会觉得欺负他的人有问题。那时候我的世界观就有点怎么说，不因为他还是怎样，我不知道，我是觉得很奇怪。我说为什么觉得，就是我后来想起来，当时我不会想那么多，后来我就觉得这跟他有什么关系，对吧？这不是他的脑子有问题吧？
会问我说我们家特健全，我爸妈和我的关系特好，不要以一个单亲去，我会跟他说，你不要认为说单亲的孩子都是有问题的孩子，我认识很多人都没问题，人都可正常，你不正常的是你的。
后来我们就问我们班主任，我们说，哎，为什么他最后说要调到我们班来？我们班主任说，老师就达成了一个协定，就说比一比哪个班上人最少，他就到哪个班，就是这种公平的方式。
初一跟大家说过一次，开了个班会让我出去，然后我听见了，我刚出去没走2步呢，他那音量挺大的，说那个刚才为什么出去啊？因为他特别讨厌，咱都讨厌的，咱就别理他，有点绅士风度，让着点狗行吗？
然后我们班主任那时候就很严肃的，就那时候还没来之前，很严肃的3令5声跟我们说，他说第一不要和他说话，然后不要去理他，不要去招惹他，也不要去欺负他，你们就拿他不存在好了。然后叫2个男生安排了一个所谓特殊座位嘛，在讲台的旁边坐的那个，他一个人坐。
我带他这个位置。
这个我初一初二有点这个垃圾桶调着。
就是你初一初二只会做什么？
这儿。
最后一排。
对，最后一排，最后一个角，这儿有垃圾桶。如果垃圾桶在哪儿，我就坐哪儿；垃圾桶在哪儿，我就在哪儿。
所以重点是垃圾桶。
对，重点是垃圾桶在哪，墩布在哪，我在哪。
那时候就是给我那种幼年的心灵，就是那时候小孩子嘛，我就会觉得，哎，原来成年人世界是这个样子的。他们会觉得有人被欺负了，因为他们不知道被破口交那件事情，可是我知道嘛。然后我就觉得，原来一个被欺负的人，成年人是这样对待他的。所以从此以后，我也不会受任何人的欺负。我本来也不会被别人欺负，那时候就更加坚定，说自己一定不能被别人欺负。要欺负也是我欺负别人，也不能是别人欺负我，你知道吗？因为我觉得好惨啊。
怎么说呢？过去开始我也很20多年了，我得想一下。就是我去和老师去谈，就是当然我没有去谈因为什么，我只是说这件事情，比如说是那盆水下来把我淋湿了，我就看老师就说是谁做的，我说我不清楚，这是教室里面的人做的。其实我是内心知道是谁做的，但是我没有去说他是谁。
那老师怎么说？
老师说：“那你回去上课。”什么也没有。
就为什么你不敢让你爸妈知道呢？
因为我觉得，怎么说呢，这是一件不光彩的事情。他们如果知道了我在学校被欺负，他们会不开心。我觉得这是我的一个秘密，所以我一直都不敢让他们知道。老师，我觉得他并没有制止这件事情，反而他更加推动了这件事情后来这种演变。如果老师当时制止了这件事情，我会觉得他可以给我以后的心理会一种很大的一种支持，但他没有这么做。所以我也希望，就是现在如果有老师能遇到有校园欺凌这样的案例，他可以就是站出来。其实只要他的站出，哪怕他的一句话，对这个被欺凌者也是有一种很大的一种鼓励的。
老师还跟我说，就是你不要怕同学的那些言语上的那些东西。后来你会发现你做的事儿是对的。我们那生物老师一个直男，人特别好，给我讲，对，就是嘴有点碎，但是人还不错。他就是也跟我讲，然后别的老师就不知道这些事儿，当然就都挺年龄挺大的了，怕他们也接受不了，因为毕竟那个时候的人都是受传统教育，就生物老师年轻也是。
我人生有太多后悔的事情，这就是其中一件。我就觉得当时如果我跟他说 OK 我可以和你做朋友，就是也不会怎么样，因为他是穷人家的孩子，我是穷人家的孩子。可是我是穷人家的孩子，就是我可能外在表现不太出来，或我性格比较好，成绩比较好之类的，所以有时候我很庆幸自己没有成为被人欺负的那个人。然后所以可能又感同身受吧，觉得都是穷人家的孩子，可是为什么命运差那么多？我不知道是教育出了问题还是什么出了问题，反正他一直是被受欺负的那个角色，我一直是反正了不地就是旁观者，大多数说都是欺负别人的人，我都属于这种人。所以我很想跟他说，就是我觉得会有人愿意当他朋友，和他当朋友的。那时候我就觉得是，可是我没说出口，因为永远学校里边就会是这样的人，就是如果说被欺负的那个人，你要和他做朋友，你也会被视为被欺负的那个人，他们会把那种发泄的那种火气，然后给转移到你身上。
现在再回去吧，回去10几年前，我肯定会站出来，去做，哪怕声嘶力竭的去反抗，我都会去做。我可能需要有同伴的力量，我可能需要有支持者，我可能需要有其他人的呼吁，我可能需要 背后人去推我，但是最终能做这个决定的还是只有我自己。整个这个过程是我走过来的。我刚才有谈到我大学当中有去进行表演去改变，然后呢，慢慢的我发现哦，原来我可以做到真实的自我，我可以认识很多很多的朋友。我之前是没有一个朋友的，我是拒绝和别人去交朋友的，我是没有发小的。整个就是大学之前的这段过程当中，我是没有的，我是一直拒绝和别人的交友的。而大学期间呢，我发现哦，原来这样的一个过程是我可以和别人去进行一个交流的。慢慢的，我会发现找到一些自信，然后呢，在学校的一些社团当中会担任一些职务，到最后担任学生会的主席，等等等等，一步一步这样。
哦，你当学生会主席啊？
对，我是学生会主席，然后一步一步的去交流，然后包括后来的去考试，参加一些工作的考试啊等等那些。通过这些一步一步的，我发现我原来我可以比他们做得更好。我原来是自信心很差的，我是不敢在就是人多的面前，就像那天面试一样，我不敢在人多的面前去大声说话的。后来我知道我是可以做到。
Okay, welcome back to the show. Now we are going to talk going to taking a very heavy, important guest, Ling, one who has personally experienced bullying and bravely here, hoping to help more people to sharing her story. So let's welcome Ling. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, like introduction, like your age, hobbies, or anything else you like to share?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Lin Yiwen, and this year is 19 age, now studying in UCSI University. Normally, I enjoy many hobbies like painting, playing basketball, traveling, and listening some pop music. But for a while, I almost gave up all these hobbies because at that time I found life is not fun.
Okay, thank you for your honesty. So we both know that it takes a lot of courage to say that. When did you first realize you were being bullied? What happened then? Could you describe to us how you felt that moment?
It's the first semester of grade 2. On my lunch break at that day, I opened the desk drawer and found that a textbook had marked with ugly, and someone had drawn twisted monsters next to it. I trembled all over and looked up to see a few classmates laughing in the corner. The feeling of that moment is like being grabbed by the throat, trying to shout but not make a sound.
Oh, that's so sad to hear about it. This kind of public humiliation is a huge blow to anyone. So, what hurt you the most during your these dark days? Is there bullies' behavior itself, the indifference of those around him, or something else?
The most painful thing is not being scolded but lonely. Once I was locked in the equipment until I was discovered at night. Later, the head teacher asked, "Who did it?" And the class was silent. Someone saw who locked the door, but they looked down and pretended to do the problem. At that moment, I understand that the original silence is more terrible than bullying. It makes you feel that the whole world feels that you deserve the bullied.
Okay, thank you for letting your feelings out. Your experience shows us that bullying is scary, not only because of the violence itself, but also because of the destroys a person's basic trust in being accepted. So. Okay, welcome back. Let's continue. Just now you shared that darkest moment of bullying. So, and the next question may uncover more hidden scares. But your courage will light the way of countless people. So during those days of isolation, did you try to ask someone's help, like your teacher, your family members, or your friends? Does their response make you find this helpful?
There is no, I don't dare. One time my mom found the bruise on my arm, and I said it was on the gym class. As she applied the medicine, she muttered, "Why you are so clumsy? No wonder your classmates don't like you." At that moment, I suddenly felt that even the people closest to me would not react to you.
Oh, that's so heartbroken. Your silence is not vagueness, but desperation after replaced helplessness. But believe me, the real fault is always the perpetrator, not you, not the victim. So was there a moment, a person, or any method that make you feel a little bit better during this almost impossible moment?
Yes, the transfer is on the third grade. The new art class asked to draw safe hearts in our hearts. I draw a dark room with no wall and no sides or windows. She quietly stayed with me after class. No asking why, just saying, "Next time try drawing a window on the wall, even if it's just an imagination." The weekend, I secretly added a window on the black house in my notebook and painted a small sunflower outside the window. Although the reality has not changed, every time I open the book, I feel that someone has told me, "You can choose to look at the light."
Yes, you're right. Perhaps this is the meaning of salvation. Now, us shutting salvation is needed. A window of image and unbloomed flower is enough for a person to hold on to the hope of life. So, how did this bullying experience end? Did you take the initiative to make change, or did the external environment change?
It ended so sadly. One day, the boy who led the bullying didn't show up for school, and then she transferred who he heard that his father had been arrested for domestic violence. Ironically, when he disappeared, the people who followed him to bully me began to apologize to me, saying that at the beginning I was just afraid of being excluded. I didn't forgive them, but I didn't want to be trapped in hate. On graduation day, as I burned all my scrapped textbooks and lit up the light guide, I said to myself, "This is it."
Okay, thank you for using your scars as bacon. So your story tell us that the end of bullying sometimes need opportunity, but the real liberation comes from the choosing not to be imprisoned by the past. Okay, now let's get to the final conversation. Your story isn't just about pain, it's about rebirth. So in the moment, your answer may be someone's lifeline. So what would you say to classmates who was throwing what you were going through? So, or how would you want to those around you to treat such as a victim?
First, it's not your fault. The bully says you deserve the bully. That's a lie. Second, preserve the evidence. Shredded homework, screenshots of online abuse. These are not shameful things, but weapons that make it impossible for adults to avoid the truth. The third, to the bystanders, you don't have to take risks to confront the bully, but you can at least do it. Don't laugh along, don't repeat rumors, and quietly see the victim after class. I know I know that they are wrong. This could be a lifesaver for them.
Yes, not participating in evil is good. Your advice is not just empty slogans, but specific to keep evidence and one sentence support, which is too important for confused children. So, in your opinion, what do schools or parents need to focus on the anti-bullying education, harsher punishment, or psychological support?
School needs to do two things. Take it seriously. Many teachers get by with apologize to each other, which only makes the victim more desperate. There must be a clear distinction between perpetrators and victim and a different treatment. Teach students how to ask for help, not simply find a teacher, but a specific exercise how to preserve the evidence. How do you describe bullying? If the first call for help fails, who else can we turn to?
Thank you for your advice. It's really useful. So one last question. Where's the most important strengths that you can get out of the advice?
To tell the truth, all the power comes from myself, doing meaningful things every day, such as fitness, hobbies, to let me not think about those things. Some friends in the school diplomacy have helped me a lot. They have been encouraging me so that I can have the confidence in the next life. Friends are very important.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Let us know how to face school bullying, but also let me know how to get out from these bad memories. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's show is coming in, but this conversation about school bullying is bound to make waves in the hearts of millions of people. Over the past hours or so, we've heard two very different but equally powerful voices. The first guest reveals the struggle and silent majority in the bullying from an outsider's perspective. So the second guest told us with the experience of blood and tears. The knife of bullying is cut on a person, but the scars were engraved on the whole society. So first, the instance of bullying in the abuse of power, it might begin to taunt and exclusions, but eventually evolve into a systematic distributions of a person's denial. Second, silence is not neutrality, but complexity. When laughter drowned in cries for help, when we bow our heads instead of looking the truth, so we are unwittingly completed join the violence. Third, salvation requires a whole society. Anti-bullying is not just for one person, but relies race passed down every generations and generations. So may those noisy crowds between class no longer hiding some tears or scars. May the drawers of each textbook full of the dreams, but now the knife marks. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.